It is November, and we have a planet going direct the first week. What does that mean? And what planet is it? Well, let's chat about it. So grab your notebook, grab your pen, and let's go. So on March 7th, Saturn went into the watery sign of Pisces, and it's a 3-year cycle, so it'll be there until 2026, February. But it went retrograde on June the 17th, 2023, and it is kind of this refreshing time when it finally goes direct, right? We get to stop reliving old stories, having karmic lessons happen. It's just kind of a reset button happening. So it's at 0 degrees Pisces. And so it's this very light-hearted energy, which we've all really needed, especially after these eclipses. So what day is this happening? Are you ready? It's the 4th. So the 4th of November, mark your calendar. Things are going to slowly shift into forward motion. Because Saturn is such a slow-moving planet, it will take until about February for it to be finally like going forward with a new story. Because it's so slow-moving, it's 0 degrees to 1 degrees to 2 degrees from now until February. It takes a while, and we just went through all of that in retrograde. So now we're going to complete that, and then we'll have some forward movement. Thank goodness. So these past 4.5 months might have stalled your process or just halted it altogether. But now that it's going to be moving direct, everything feels lighter and brighter. Again, it's that karmic reset. So everything that did not pan out how you were hoping, even financial issues, things like that, it will start to slowly move forward, which it's always welcome. So you have to know that Saturn being in Pisces, it's in a water sign, and there's so much Neptunian energy, which is again water ruled by Pisces. There's some connections happening. So we've been seeing some flooding and horrible catastrophes just with water in general. So flooding to hurricanes, even the issue with the submarine that we all witnessed, like issues with water. And so now that that's completed, it should start easing up. But again, we have to go through this forward movement. So mid-February, it might feel lighter and brighter, but we might still see more water issues and also with weather issues too. So it probably will be a very cold, rainy winter for most of us. And it could be a very cold, or more rainy of a season for those in the other atmospheres, if it's their summertime. So it depends on where you're located. But in general, it's going to be water. So when we finally have Saturn stationed direct on the 4th, it will be at obviously 0 degrees, but in Sabian symbols, you always round up, which is 1 degree Pisces. And so with that being said, let's chat about what that could bring us. Okay, the Sabian symbol 1 degrees is commerce and public markets. So when you think of markets, what does that usually refer to? Well, think of the marketplace, right? So where you buy your resources, so your groceries and whatnot. So it's at the grocery store, the food market, right? And then we have the house market. We have the stock market. These things are going to be affected. They already are being affected. Remember, we have to go back over it. And then we'll see new stories emerge, good, bad, and different. But these things are the themes that will be coming up more so with Saturn in Pisces, 0 degrees. So between June 17th till November 4th, what themes were coming up for you? Like, were you thinking about work, relocating, relationships, whatever it is for you? What was going on? Because you have to close that cycle up, right? Now you have more wisdom in those areas. That's what Saturn was gifting you, was wisdom, knowledge, power in those areas. So now you're going to have this lighter feel about it. So you can have forward movement. Things aren't going to be so stagnant. Things are going to be moving ahead with ease. All of a sudden you're like, oh, well, that was easy. Why has it taken so long? Well, because Saturn was retrograde. But those things are going to be coming up more so, and all of a sudden shifting gears into just more positive aspects all around. So a Saturn retrograde, it gives you this soul growth, a new cycle to emerge. Now you have more knowledge in a new area, right? So now with all of that wisdom, take that and run with it. It's going to help you accelerate in your life, but also it can help others. And that's the thing. Saturn wants you to be able to put it to use. That's why you went through what you did the last 4.5 months. So how can you use it to your advantage? So all we know is Saturn, the rule maker, is really trying to correct your course, right? So what wasn't working and what could be done to make it work or make it work better. So things are going to start showing up for you for future tense, right? Like you are able to move past all these blockage moments that I'll call them challenges. These blockages and challenges you might have experienced and grown with or grown over because you've overcome them. So it's time to really put your knowledge to the test and use that wisdom so it doesn't happen again. And again, it's great for mentorship, so you can help others through their issues with what you've experienced. That's why it's so karmically related. Yeah, it's true. So really, you've got the gist of what we just experienced. So now, between now and mid-February, when we go over all those degrees again to really move forward, take the time to look over the lessons you've just learned. What experiences have you had and how can you grow from them? What did you decide to maybe go back to or look over, or how can you better your own self so you can be more dependent or independent? So things like, anything with the economy happening or resource issues should not affect you in the same aspect or same way. So with that, I will close, and I am sending you so much love. I hope this brings some clarity and some help. But until next time, bye for now.